Hello and welcome to the Youth Climate Show. This is Lana Weidgenant with Jane Unchained News and also from the organizations Youth Climate Save and Cultivate America. Today we'll be speaking with Carol, who is actually based in LA, right? And part of Youth Climate Save LA. We're very excited to hear from Carol and the amazing work that she has been doing. Carol, do you want to just say hi? One second, let me see if we can. We're very excited to look at the work that Carol has been doing. We're going to give her a second to make sure that the video is ready and working okay, but we're going to be looking at what she's been doing on YouTube, which is really exciting. She has an amazing YouTube channel where she's been sharing youth climate activism and vegan youth climate activism, and I can share that here. So we're going to be looking at that soon, as well as part of the Youth Climate Save movement to address animal agriculture in the climate movement. That's, of course, something that we're very excited about. I'm going to share her YouTube channel first, because that's a big part of what makes her different from a lot of the other climate activists that we've been talking about, all influencing change in our different ways. So that's another really exciting aspect of all the different climate activists with Youth Climate Save. One second here. And also, Carol is also involved with the Cruelty Free Bakery. So we'll be talking about that a little bit more. She can tell you about it. Hi, Carol.
Hi. Well, the Cruelty Free Bakery is actually my mom's bakery. She started it because she really liked baking and she just wanted to offer vegan options.
Yeah, that's really important. Offering vegan options, especially from different cuisines.
Nia.
Yes, definitely. So I'm going to share that as well, and you can check that out. Their Instagram is really amazing. I don't believe that they have a Facebook account, but if anyone is on Instagram, definitely check that out. It's really great, and they're doing great work bringing different kinds of vegan options to their community. So for anyone based in LA or around LA, definitely check that out. And I just share that here as well. And I can show you a little bit too of the really amazing food that they have there. Let me pull that up and I can actually share that with you guys. So you can check that out. It looks really amazing. And this is her mom's store, which she's also been helping with a little bit. So here's on Instagram, you can kind of see how beautiful this food looks. And here's our amazing youth activist as well, and you can just kind of look over the page. It looks so amazing. So definitely check that out. I put the link in the comments, and you can kind of give a look to anyone in the LA area. You can order in their link in bio and look at the full menu. So that's really exciting. Yes, we got a comment also supporting that. I think it looks amazing. Sadly, I'm not based in LA, but if I were, I would totally check that out and support them. It looks like they're doing amazing work. And I can also share here a little bit more of the activism side, of course. This is the Youth Climate Show. And I can pull up the specific LA page that Carol is involved in. And this is the Youth Climate Save page for LA. And of course, Youth Climate Save is a vegan youth climate activist movement. So it's young people who are vegan, who don't support animal agriculture, who are now taking part in the youth climate movement. And for anyone in LA, this is the specific group to check out. I can put a link in the comments as well. You can see Carol here as well. And definitely support that group and check out the work that they are doing. Let me see. Put that in the comments as well, and definitely recommend checking that out. Let's save LA. Here you go. Should be able to look at that. And then, of course, for anyone who's not already following Youth Climate Save, which is the main page, if anyone here knows Genesis Butler, started by Genesis Butler, that's the overall movement to address animal agriculture in climate action. And that's definitely something that you should all check out as well. Follow on Facebook. We have it linked here with the live stream. You should see it at the top, and also on Instagram as well is another great way to follow. So here's a little bit more of that page. You can see the youth climate shows mentioned on there. And also a lot of really important information about animals and about climate change. So a lot of the activists we'll be featuring here are also part of that movement. That's something we're really excited about. I'll share that here as well for anyone who's not already following Youth Climate Save. Wonderful. And yes, definitely super, super important for anyone who's been watching the youth climate strikes happen over the last year and a half. You might have noticed that veganism and animal agriculture haven't been addressed very much. That's why we're so excited that activists now are addressing these issues and giving more awareness to that. So Carol, can you tell us a little bit more about your work? Carol, can you tell us a little bit more about the kind of work that you've been doing and why it's important to you? Okay, 1 second. Let me see if we can get that ready. But basically, definitely follow Youth Climate Save. Follow Youth Climate Save LA if you're in the area. And also check out the Cruelty Free Bakery, which is really exciting. And I also have tagged, if you scroll all the way up in the comments as well, the YouTube channel that Carol has been involved in. So that is definitely a great place to see a young climate activist talking about veganism, talking about climate change, all of these really important issues, and raising that awareness through videos as well, which is a different forum than last week. If you check out our first episode of the Youth Climate Show, we interviewed 2 youth climate activists, vegan youth climate activists, who are involved in writing and have writing pages. And now we want to highlight some other work as well. So I can pull that up here too. And if anyone likes using YouTube, likes checking out those videos, I would definitely recommend checking that out. Lots of really great information about how you get more involved in climate action and supporting that from a food area and from an animal ag area as well. So that is really great information, a really great way to check out that information and see more about that and support young activists who are the future of this movement and who are really making great strides. Here, I will share that up on the screen as well for anyone who might be looking for it. This is the YouTube channel.
Almost all of us have grown up eating eggs.
And I can actually share, let me make sure that we have the video on. Oops, let me see. And we should be able to check that out a little bit more closely, which is see a little bit of the video content that has been uploaded and has been being worked on over there. So now it should be ready. And I'll actually play a little bit of a video so you guys can see some of the work she's been doing.
Scrambled, rancheros, hard-boiled, maybe even raw. We pretty much think that they are healthy and part of the diet.
We were taught this as children, but why are we still doing it? The average American eats 279 eggs a year. That totals out to 95 million eggs nationwide. Why have the egg sales been skyrocketing for the past 50 years and especially 10 years?
The egg industry, of course, has cashed out so much money to make us believe that we need eggs. There is a common misconception that chickens just lay eggs, or that chickens just simply lay an egg and farmers collect the egg without any harm. In reality, this isn't what happens. Hens, just like female humans, ovulate for the same reason, which is to reproduce. Chickens also have a cycle of creating eggs that are much larger. Domestic layer hens actually descend from the red jungle fowl, and they lay around 2 clutches annually with 4 to 6 eggs a clutch. But hens in the egg industry are intensively bred to lay 250 to 360 eggs a year. Since the eggs sold for human consumption are not fertilized, the eggs are not dead baby chicks. More than 300 million chickens are used each year for their eggs. They have to endure that long nightmare for 2 years. A hen, if born into a battery cage farm, has as much space about the size of a file jar. This includes several other hens, unable to lift a wing. Many birds die, and the survivors are forced to live with the rotting bodies of their cage mates. The light in the sheds they are in are manipulated to maximize egg production for 2 weeks at a time. The hens are fed only reduced calorie feed. This leads to an extra laying cycle. Now, as people are more aware of the cruelty that happens, in response, the egg industry has found a way to appeal. Cage-free, free-range, free roaming, organic, and natural are things we all have heard. Keep in mind that cage-free is not cruelty-free. They don't get to roam in green pastures or sunbathe under the sun. They are still crowded into sheds, their beaks are still cut off with a hot blade, they still get ammonia burns from unsanitary floors, and male chicks are still crushed or suffocated as they are useless. If they do get access, it's most times a hole in the wall that leads to a muddy pen. By then, around 30% are suffering from broken bones, from neglect, osteoporosis, and rough treatment. The conditions that they are in are breeding grounds for diseases and health complications. The following are photos of prolapses, egg-bound chickens, and egg yolk peritonitis. Animals who suffer because of these issues never get treated and are left to die. Were mislabeled as cage-free eggs, and they actually came from a caged chicken. Backyard eggs are eggs, of course, that come from backyard chickens. Even though it might not seem like a big deal to take the eggs from the chickens, as we know they are treated with compassion, in the end, they aren't ours to take. My grandma and grandpa grew up very poor in Mexico. They grew up eating eggs and drinking milk, but that was because they needed to. Nowadays, most of us can be healthy with proper knowledge on a vegan diet. You'd be pretty surprised to know that you can still make all your favorite treats without egg. As for cooking, there is actually starting to be more and more products like this just egg as demand gets higher.
That was a little bit of the video from Carol, so you can see some of the content that she puts up educating about not only climate change, but this was definitely one educating about veganism and about the animal agriculture industry. So you can see why it's so important that now we have youth climate activists, amazingly like Carol, who are raising awareness about these issues as well. So I'm going to put in her Instagram as well. There are other links to her YouTube, to her mom's bakery, the Cruelty Free Bakery, which had some of the products that was shown there at the end, which were Latino vegan bakery items, which is so exciting. As a Brazilian, this is so exciting to me as well. And we love to see that. And yes, definitely agree. Thank you, Danelle. Thank you for other people who have been putting up comments. Definitely check out her YouTube channel and check out the work that she has been doing. And Youth Climate Save as well. We'll be highlighting some more Youth Climate Save activists in this first series of the Youth Climate Show, which is showing you just some of the amazing young activists who are doing work in their different ways and contributing to the movement. And let us know in the comments if there's anything else that you want to see from the Youth Climate Show, anything else that you're interested in having us covered. Just let us know. And this video will also be saved for anyone who wants to go back, check out the video from Carol some more, and some more of the content that we have up here. And yes, thank you to everyone for their comments as well. Yes, definitely, completely agree. Very important to inform ourselves and to support youth activists and also guiding this transformation. Thank you all so much again. This has been Lana Weidgenant with Jane Unchained News, and also from the organizations Cultivate America and Youth Climate Save, which you can check out on Facebook as well and on Instagram if you're on there. Thank you all so much, and definitely feel free to check out the links in the comments. Thanks, everyone.